My plan for today is I've got to build some ladder steps at the end. I also had a really cool idea. Oh, angles are perfect. Ooh, it's Jody. Just for comparison, these are the bolts that I purchased originally. These are the ones I just went to go and get. Oh no, is it raining? That's not what I realized. Don't drop these. Good morning, it is day 3 here in the Bunky house. Yeah, so yesterday we got the bunk bed pretty much all built. There's a few finishing things left which we're going to do today. Thankfully it's not raining today, it's a beautiful day. It's very misty, very early morning misty, it's really nice. It is a little cooler this morning. It's outside, I think it's about 6 degrees C. The Bunky only went down to 15 degrees last night inside before I put the heater on. My plan for today is I'm going to finish up the bunk bed. I've got a couple of extra bolts I want to put in. I've got to build some ladder steps at the end so they can get up to the bunk. I've got a couple of ideas from that. I do have to go to town to get some bolts for that, annoyingly, but I think that will help finish that off and it'll be done and it'll look awesome. Oh, Mouse wants a shelf. Mouse wants me to put a shelf on each side so that we've got somewhere to actually put your phone and glasses and things when you go to bed. And I found that out last night. I slept on it last night. Oh, so comfy. The IKEA futon mattress. Amazing. I'll put a link in the description down below. We don't get commission on it, but it is so comfy given that it's only like 4 inches thick. It's amazing. But yeah, I went to bed last night and I was like, where'd I put my glasses? So I managed to tuck them just at the just into one of the slats so I could find them the next morning. I'm rambling. I haven't had breakfast yet. Hattie and I were out for a walk this morning and there's a load of mushrooms that have sprung up in the past 24 hours. Maybe longer than that, I just never actually saw them yesterday. I was looking at them thinking, I wonder if they're edible. Now this is odd for 2 reasons. One, I'm a germaphobe and eating something off the ground is like, no. But secondly, I hate mushrooms. So even if they are, it doesn't really help me in any way. Stay that side. Stay. Now I should be using a cast iron pan if I was going to be totally upgraded. Ooh, it's Jody. Hello. Cell signal wise in the Bunky it's like half a bar and it takes 20 minutes to open a web page and I'm like, I'll work remotely, it'll be fine. Alright, back from the store. It's now nearly lunchtime, but it's all good. I picked up all the bolts and everything to build the ladder and to replace the bolts on the hinges that I made. Oh, did I not measure these bolts? Just for comparison, these are the bolts that I purchased originally. These are the ones I just went to go and get. So hopefully, not hopefully, I measured it. These ones are going to be the winner. Now let's get this lined up again. Beautiful. And these nuts I picked up are nylock nuts, so they've got like a little nylon ring in the top, so that once they're on, they should not work their way loose. There we go. So the other thing we'll have to do right now is just tighten up the other side, because now that we've got the right ones in, we have a little bit of slack. So let's have to get that tightened up. And that's the hinges finished. Do a quick inventory of what we've got. Alright. So these are going to be our steps for the ladder. Then this one. And this one are going to be the sides of the ladder. That means I have one spare piece of lumber that I can use to put a shelf across the back. I also had a really cool idea. Originally I bought some metal pipe that I was going to use for the curtain rails. But I never actually used them because they were too heavy and they didn't really work. So what I'm going to do is use those for a handrail, handrail going up the ladder, a handrail. So I'm going to spray that black as well, so it blends in, or so it looks good. There we go. The stair handle. Here. All right. Let's let those dry. In the meantime, let's go see if we can figure out what angle we need for this ladder. this side. The first one inside. But then the other one won't reach the wall for support. What I was going to do is secure this side of the steps to the bunk bed. Okay, I think I'm going to do it like that. Pencil alert. I'm going to use this piece here. I'm just going to chop it up and make a template for the spacer between each step so that I can get them right and identical on each side when we assemble this. I'll show you on this side. So now we have a template. We can start laying these steps out and getting them cut. I'm going to use some of this nice 2x10 that I had left over. Right about there. So I need a couple of holes, a couple of bolts. Let's clamp that in place. My brilliant idea to clamp them in place has been foiled because my clamps are not big enough. So I can't clamp them in place. They're not big enough. What I think I'll do is I'm going to clear the table and assemble it on the table, and that way I should be less likely to drop stuff and I can hold stuff in place a little easier. Don't drop these. You'll never find them. Every time the wind blows, I keep thinking it's raining because it's blowing all the pine needles off and they're all... Is that right? Okay, I need a jacket. This is getting chilly. I was really warm earlier because I had my thermals on. And then I thought, I'm getting really hot, I should take them off. So I took my thermals off. I guess they were doing their job. What I think I'm going to do is I'm actually going to secure these with screws. Then I can replace the screws with the bolts when everything's lined up. Put that in there because right now my dad is panicking that I'm going to knock those off onto the floor. Tell me I'm wrong, Dad. Okay, I think 5 steps should be enough. Yeah, 5 steps should be enough. What we'll do is we'll get the other side secured, then we can go around and replace the screws with the bolts. There we go. I was just thinking before I put the bolts in, I should take it inside and see if it actually fits. Because I haven't done that yet. And for all I know, nah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Look at that. Oh, that is phenomenal. Oh, angles are perfect. I am pretty impressed with that. Right in the middle. That might go through. That means I use my 2 short ones somewhere in this. Let's see what happens. So I did buy 2 shorter bolts to use when securing the ladder to the bunk bed, but I've accidentally used them in securing one of those steps, and I really don't feel like taking them all out to check and find them. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to grind off that end for that one I put through, and then I can't use that one at the top because that's where people are going to be sleeping. But I do have some others that I could use. Or I could just put a screw in. Screws would also work. One thing my daughter asked for is a little shelf up here so she can put her phone and her glasses and a glass of water and a book and whatnot. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a piece of timber across the end here, and I think that should do her fine. Under there, that might look better. That might look better. I was just tidying up and I realized, oh no, is it raining? That's not what I realized. What I realized was that we have a piece of 2x6 left that might just be big enough to put a shelf in for the futon. I'm going to measure that up, and if we can cut it and screw it, then we might be done.